Well, brothers, it's wonderful to be here again on a Tuesday. I'm so thankful that we have Chuck Wilson with us. Many of you know Chuck, a wonderful brother in Christ, and one of our leaders for many, many years with Catholic Men's Ministry. Chuck, how are you today, brother?
Doing great, Matt, and really excited for believe it or not, the 24th annual conference. And I remember when we were snowed out one time, we had to skip a couple weeks, and this time we're having to deal with the virus. So it's going to be more of a virtual conference, but also a conference that brings men together. Tell me how you're doing that, Matt.
Thank you for asking. So, men, as Chuck is suggesting, this year, our 24th annual Catholic Men's Conference, it's going to be virtual on February 27th. For those of you that feel the need to stay home or watch it from somewhere virtually, you can do that starting at 9 a.m. that Saturday morning. But there also are about 35 or 40 parishes that are hosting viewings of the conference. So you can go onto our website. Yeah,
that is huge.
Isn't that great? You can go onto our website, CatholicMen'sMinistry.com, and as you register, you'll see the parishes that are hosting venues and watching parties, so to speak, and you're welcome to join any of those parishes and be with other men as you together watch the video. Chuck, you can go back, obviously, all 24 years, and I think the men would love to hear from your perspective. What can they hope to receive out of a conference? When you think back, what have these conferences done for you and for other men, and why would you encourage men to attend?
I think as I look back, the biggest key for men, the testimony that I have received from men is when they leave the conference, they've never complained about it. They said, I needed it. And so we all need that reset button. And I think the annual conference is what we call the reset button to say, how are we doing in our faith journey? It's not about how we're doing in our job, but how are we doing on our faith journey? Because we know the number one priority is to receive Christ, is to return that love of Christ back to him, and then to share that love. And I think the conference is all about sharing the love of Christ for each individual, wherever they are, whatever state they're in. Come to the conference and you will benefit from one of the speakers. And I think having multiple speakers, Matt, I've often noticed it's about a third, and a third. Some people say, boy, I like the first. Some people said, I like the third. But that's why we do the multiple speakers. And this year, you're going to have a couple of special guests.
We sure are. And we're really excited. Our speakers, gentlemen, are wonderful. Chris Stefanik will start us off. And all of you know how power-packed he is. Devin Schad, who founded the Fathers of St. Joseph, is our keynote speaker, giving two very powerful talks that will help us as husbands and fathers think about our identity, our mission. Father Calloway, who's written a best-selling book on St. Joseph, will talk about St. Joseph as an inspiration and example for all of us. And of course, our own Bishop Brennan will kind of close us out that morning with some inspiring discussion with us about how we go forward and how we live this life of faith and allow St. Joseph in this year of St. Joseph to inspire us. And then we've got some endorsing ministries that a number of other men you'll see in briefer segments of the video. We've got some great music, brothers. So this is a conference for all of us. And Chuck, I loved what you said, that this is a reset. We like to reset each week, each month. This is an annual set. This will be a mountaintop for the men, won't it? And then we'll come off of that mountaintop and go back into the valleys of our lives, where the work is done and the love is given and received. And but it will be worth having taken this morning to do the reset.
And it's really a gift this year, Matt, that it's during Lent, and it's the beginning of Lent. And as we know, we have 40 days between Ash Wednesday and Palm Sunday to really start to really say, not about giving up, this piece of pie or giving up things that don't mean anything, but it's really saying, how am I going to enter in to Jesus Christ and the church? And how is my prayer life? So it's a reset on your prayer life, reset going to Mass, receiving the Eucharist, reset on going to confession. I mean, the men's conference always has a full menu. And even if a man comes and feels terrible what's going on, there are fellowship. There's men there to lift him up, pray over him, and say, okay, start anew today. And that's what the conference does. It frees men up. And for all the men listening to this, just go. You will never be disappointed. If you can't go, then turn it on and stream it live. But your number one option is to go to a parish. Your number two is to stream it live. And if you miss everything, Matt, what happens afterwards?
Well, another great question. So, men, we hope you'll join us on Saturday, February 27th, 9 to noon. It'll be a shorter conference because it is virtual for many of you. But afterwards, the conference will continue to exist on YouTube, and every parish will have a flash drive of it. You'll be able to go to our Facebook page and link it. So in the weeks and months ahead after the conference, this will become a resource that you, your parish, you and your son or your brother or your family, your father, other men in your life can come back to time and time again, maybe pull out a particular talk, focus on that, work on something that speaker has challenged us to do. So, Chuck, I'm just so grateful, obviously, for all the years that you and others have helped to build up our ministry and build up this conference. When we're live, we have close to 3,000 men gathering. And of course, next year, we hope that it will be again live down at the Expo Center. But meanwhile, men, this year, let's be a part of it at your parish. As Chuck said, your first and best option, be with other men. But second, if you can't, for whatever reason, join us virtually. Go to CatholicMen'sMinistry.com and register either to watch it virtually or to go to one of the parishes and watch it with some other men, other brothers in Christ. Chuck, thanks for all you do. Any parting words?
I was going to say the bonus this year is also, if you go to a parish, put it on the screen and have your wife watch it, because the men's conference has always been meaningful for a lot of the wives out there. So when you come back, you both are more connected on what is it that's going to move you two together in that love that Jesus wants, and then bring that love into your family and bring the faith back as a priority in your family. So I agree. Step up, be there February 27th. You're not gonna miss anything. If you miss one basketball game, that's okay. I know the bishop is saying at this point, priority is men's conference.
There you go. Chuck, thank you for all you do. God bless you. Men, we look forward to seeing you. That's CatholicMen'sMinistry.com, February 27th. Have a great day, men. God bless.
God bless, Matt.